Hello, everyone. This is Tom Aiken from Boom Life. Welcome to the number 8 episode of BoomShare, where we share stories about people who are doing some pretty incredible things. Today we have Tom Henricksen. Tom is helping IT professionals make the most of their careers. He's also the author of the new book, Cracking the Career Code, and owner of MyITCareerCoach.com. As Tom says, it's not enough to be an IT professional with great technical skills. It's also important to be able to showcase your talents. In addition to being a speaker, author, and coach, Tom is the Development Services Manager at Zirous. Tom, welcome to BoomShare, and why don't you take a few minutes to tell us about yourself and what you're doing?
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate being on the episode of your show here. It's been a good opportunity for me. Some of the things that I work on, as you mentioned, I work with My IT Career Coach. I have a coaching, speaking, and writing business, so I have authored some ebooks and things, but helping people in the IT area develop, as you mentioned, develop those skills, those critical skills that a lot of times get overlooked. So for technical people, obviously, they focus on their technical skills. And the problem with that is, as they go through their career path, those technical skills, those initial levels are very important. But then as they grow into an organization, become maybe part of a leadership or lead a team, essentially, they're going to need some different skills. So they're going to need leadership skills, communication skills, collaboration skills. And time management is also very important. And these are things that they need to develop when they want to grow their career. And so a lot of times you'll see in technical fields, people will have a skill set, their career will take off, and then it will plateau. So they need to develop these additional skills to help them grow. And that's what I do when I help coach and speak at various events with my IT Career Coach. Also, you mentioned the book Cracking the Career Code that I've written, which is more of a wider-ranging look at careers, not just for IT professionals. And what it helps people understand that having a good career is really, needs 3 essential aspects. You need to have something you're passionate about. You need to find something you can perform at a high level, and you obviously need to be able to profit from it, to pay the bills and to live the lifestyle that you want. So those are some of the aspects that I've been working on in my career, or my side career, or side hustle, as you might call it.
So you just mentioned the 3 P's of perform, profit, or passion, perform, and profit.
That's right.
I'm trying to cheat and look in your book, and I didn't get it right. Skip to the second one. All right. Would you say those are a part of the values that drive you and what you're doing? And are there other values that drive you and what you're doing in addition to those, if they are?
Yeah. Really, I've always had a passion of helping other people find, what they want to do and find and help them out, in really different aspects. So I think the passion to help people out, or the value, I guess you would say, to help people, find their way and find their path, has been a big, value that I've had. And then also, there's always been a value of entrepreneurial activities, to find something, working in careers for many years with businesses and not being an entrepreneur but having that desire has been something that I didn't want to regret not trying something like that. So that's kind of part of the impetus for me starting my IT Career Coach, to just start out and try something. And I think that's important for a lot of people. If they want to do something, you just got to try. You can't worry about the perfect time. There's never going to be the perfect time to start any business or start any activity. If you want to, maybe it's want to lose weight, or you want to make a career change, or want to do something new, you'll never find the perfect time. You can always, find a reason to procrastinate. So we need to get off the dime, if you will, and do something. And I think that's been a big value for me, is to make sure that, to try something out, not sit and, as some people say, accumulate knowledge, but take action.
Yeah, and I'm going to actually bring up a 4th P I call perfection, and it's something that I've learned to not get too caught up in. And what I talk to people about is driving toward perfection, not being perfect.
Yep.
We're all our biggest critics, and so when we don't do things right, for example, when I listen to myself in videos like this, I think, oh, my voice sounds really funny. And so it drives me to not want to do it again. But I have to overcome that and say, if I'm going to get better, if I'm going to, say, work on how my voice sounds, then I'm going to keep working at it.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Yeah. That's one thing. It's kind of funny you mentioned that. I know for myself, I wanted to develop my speaking ability, and I joined a Toastmasters group. And that's one of the things in Toastmasters that we talk a lot about. Your how you speak, how you project your voice, but also too how your grammar and things that pronunciation. For instance, myself coming from the Midwest, I drop a lot of the G's off of words like running and things like that. So it will be something that I have to work on. And I think if you listen even to professional speakers, and I've listened to a lot of them, they're going to have issues with grammar. They're going to have issues with pronunciation. They're going to have things that where they might do, but nobody's perfect. But you got to keep going. You got to keep building. And it's just like like Michael Jordan says, you miss every shot you don't take. So you got to keep going.
that's right. And so it brings us to a fifth P I just thought of practice. And the more you do it, the better you get, and that helps you perform. Back to number three.
Yeah,
Sorry,
practice is important.
number two. I keep messing them up. I
You
need
give
more
me more
practice.
P's, Tom, so I can write. I'll write my second book.
Oh yeah. See, I'm just trying to help, Tom. So how long have you been doing this with MyITCareerCoach.com, and how are things going so far?
With my IT career coach, started out a couple years ago, as I mentioned, trying to fulfill that entrepreneurial desire I had and that value that I wanted to be able to create something for myself. And I started blogging at my IT career coach just to kind of talk about some of the things that were in my head. And then from there, I tried to grow it into what are some services that I can offer? How can I help? Being in the IT industry, who can I help out, and who can I share this knowledge with? Obviously, with people within IT. Those are good customers for me. But then, too, I developed something called a technical screening, which I do for IT staffing companies. So I go in and help them, screen candidates, because in IT, a lot of times people like to go, and it's kind of a funny thing where they'll go to like a job board and fill their resume full of, various, technical softwares and projects that they can say they used. Well, what I develop in this technical screening is ways to educate the people in staffing, and then to help them with questions and how they can discern whether this person is professional and competent at whatever skill they've said they are.
So can you tell us about a time either leading up to when you started MyITCareerCoach.com, or even since then, where things just didn't go as planned and you had to rely on your values, and how they helped you get through it?
Yeah, really one of the big things as I started this out, this activity, this entrepreneurial activity and desire to help people, was going through this, I had lost my job at a company I was working at. Essentially what happened is there was a miscommunication where some things were supposed to be completed at a certain deadline, and that was something I learned as a leader quickly, how important communication is, and two, how it made me realize this is something I definitely want to do, understanding that being an employee, you have one customer, but when you are an entrepreneur, you have many customers, and it's very fulfilling for me to do this. It's kind of my side hustle project to create this business of My IT Career Coach, and then to write the book where in Cracking the Career Code, it's more of a broader range career, finding the career that you want, and finding something as we talked about the 3 Ps with the passion, being able to perform, and two, from profit from that career that you have.
So what's next, Tom? Anything that you're working on that's new, or any, let's say, any events that you're going to be speaking at that you want people to know about?
Yeah, I have some events coming up. I have some speaking events coming up. I'm trying to line up. I've had a couple book signings. I had one last week and a couple weeks ago. I'm working on putting together more book signings, but then too also working on more events to speak to schools. That's one of the things that with Cracking the Career Code, I focus on helping high school students, college students, and career changers. So my focus is there. I've been marketing it to high school students. So I have some speaking engagements coming up there and college students. And then also, too, I'm working on some other speaking engagements for corporations that I have coming up as well. So got a lot of irons in the fire, if you say, but it'll be busy, but it's something I enjoy, kind of developing a lot of these things.
Yeah, being busy is the good kind of problem, right? When it comes to business. Mm-hmm. So what do you need? What do you need from the folks who might be watching this? Any way that they can help you?
Yeah, one of the things, if there are people in the IT area, they want to head over to MyITCareerCoach.com, check that out, subscribe for the free newsletter, and to look at a lot of the things there, the services that we offer. For instance, like coaching. If they would love to sit down with somebody, I would enjoy sitting down with them for a free initial consultation, talk about some of the things they're doing in their career and kind of how we can help them, how we can partner together and develop their career. Things with in organizations, as I mentioned, I work a lot with the IT area. I have a IT success skills program that I put together where I help IT professionals develop their communication skills, presentation skills, time management, and leadership skills. So those are things I do if it's just for a lunch and learn or an engagement in a corporation. And then 2, coaching individual teams and leaders within IT. For Cracking the Career Code, which is available at crackingthecareercode.com, I'm looking for, as I mentioned, people in the education realm help me get in front of speaking in front of students. And then 2, the book is available at crackingthecareercode.com and on Amazon as well.
So, what's the best way for someone to get in touch with you if they say had a lead? You mentioned the website, but is there a way to get in touch with you directly, or is the website the path?
The website would probably be the best path. I would think I'm also active on Twitter and LinkedIn. So if people reach out to me there, I'm always willing to connect to people on there. Or 2 on the websites, I also has information how to contact me as well. So.
Well, Tom, I want to thank you for joining us today on episode number 8. As it's kind of we both talked about. It's really about helping people, and that's why we're doing what we do. And I want to say thank you for that. And so before we close the broadcast, is there anything you wanted to leave us with?
Well, I just want to first off thank you, Tom, for the opportunity to come on your program here. I enjoy that and appreciate it. This is some valuable information that you're giving out to people, and I think it's a great service. As being an author yourself of your book, Finding Success, and the core values are so important that people need to think about, in their life and how important those are. And I know, as you ask me those questions, I know, reading your book makes me think about the important stories that you share in there as well. How important it is to find those values and then use those as you go through those trials and tribulations in your life.
Well, like you said, I am trying also to get my name out there, and so as I look at the challenges I have in getting people to help me share my story, I thought, oh, this is a way I can create a solution for others, and hopefully there's some way that it helps me. But mainly, I think it's important to as entrepreneurs in that community that we support each other, and this is my way of doing it, and so. Thank you for acknowledging that. I really appreciate it. And again, thank you for your time, Tom, and everyone else. Tune in next time on episode number 9. We're planning to interview Danny Beyer, the author of The Ties That Bind, Networking with Style. Yep. So thank you again, Tom. Have a great day, and we'll talk with you soon.
All right. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it.
I just want to give your book one last plug, Cracking the Career Code. It is a great read. I read it earlier this week. Have a great day, everyone.